Let's bring this meeting into session. I've spent a few months reading a few books, and this is me reviewing them. Clearly. So the books I'll be reviewing today are Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, Endless Summer by Jennifer Echols, The Girl on the Train by Paula Kawkins, The Finisher by David Baldacci, and Patron Saints of Nothing by Randy Ribay. So, without further ado, let's get into the first book, which is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. As I've told you all in my last book review, if I really like Throne of Glass, then I'll read the entire series. Well, as you can see by the fact that the rest of books on this list don't involve that series, I didn't like it that much. I got the book because it regularly came up whenever I searched books with the love triangles trope, and it didn't have very much of that. I was greatly disappointed, but I guess that wasn't really meant to be a romance book to begin with. So, for the actual story, I'd say that the characters are pretty good, but I feel like it needs more of them. Like, more of them spending one-on-one time with the main character. But the scenes were also pretty easy to visualize, though there were some difficult parts as well. So, all in all, for romance I give it a 5 out of 10, and for the actual story, once I figured out it wasn't a romance, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now for the next book, Endless Summer by Jennifer Echols. Oh my god, I could barely even stand this one. Don't get me wrong, there were a few gems here and there, but it was mainly just toxic and cheating. It wasn't a love triangle at all. Not to mention how bad the writing was at certain parts. Like in one line, it's literally written like a script. One line literally said, me, eye roll. Me, eye roll. Seriously, are you kidding me? In another point, one of the characters were leaning on a horn, instead of writing something like, the eerie beep of the horn continues, interrupting this moment, blah, blah, blah. Nope. The author wrote it as, beep. They literally wrote out the sound, and it went on for 3 lines as well. I'd give this book a 3 out of 10. Other than the very, very few gems, it was not a very good read. Now for the third book, The Girl on the Train by Paula Kawkins. I could barely put this one down. It's the second fastest I've ever read a book. I was originally putting it off because of its popularity, and at the time I didn't trust reading popular books. But god damn, this book was good. It had me suspecting everyone the entire time, even the characters mentioned in passing. I loved the story. I loved the character development, especially since the main character didn't immediately get over her addiction after the first try. I loved the gaslighting and how I was able to compare it to my relationships in my life. Words. English. It even made me want to start reading more thrillers. So I give this, I'd say either 9 or 10 out of 10. I highly recommend it. Time for the fourth book, The Finisher by David Baldacci. I've been off and on with this book for a little while. Like, years while. But I decided with my non-stop motivation to read every day that I might as well try finishing it for once. And I'd say that it was pretty good. There were a few boring moments and a few heart-racing moments. It had me almost to tears at one point. So if you like adventure, action, and I guess dystopian novels, then this one is probably for you. I give it a 7 out of 10. Sort of recommend. Now for our last and most certainly not least book, Patron Saints of Nothing by Randy Ribay. I was assigned this book for English class, and I absolutely loved it. It had me crying, laughing, cheering, cursing the characters, everything. This is also the fastest book I've read. I finished it in less than 3 days. Though I'm pretty sure that my teacher wrote different descriptions for the books, because I remember the one I read say something about superpowers or something like that, which there weren't any. but it's still an amazing read nonetheless. I didn't think I'd like a book that involves more serious topics, but this one has definitely changed my point of view. This one I'd give a 9 or 10 out of 10. I highly, highly recommend it. Also, quick warning, there's a 19-page chapter that will absolutely destroy you emotionally, so good luck with that. And that is everything for today's meeting. And I guess I should also give an update on the current books, on how my current books are going. I finished Death Chill, Flame Rip, and Arctic Blaze. I'm currently editing through Death Chill and Flame Rip, and once I'm able to publish them, then I will. I'm so good. And by the way, I'm so happy that I decided to go through and edit Death Chill, because oh my god, it was horrible. I'm so glad that I decided to edit it before I've published it. There's no way in hell I could have been allowed to put something like that online. So I've been editing through it, and it's been becoming pretty good. A little more proud of it. Still has a few iffy parts, but I can go through that. So I'm also outlining a more war-related book that will have a huge plot twist at the end. I'm planning on it being like in 7 or 8 book series. I'm also going to be collabing with my friend on it, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Also, I'm reading Pretty Little Wife by Darby Kane, so that will be the first book I review on my next book review. Check out the Creative Writing Club Discord server in the description. The Creative Writing Club Instagram is at creativewriting_club. My personal Instagram is at dark_night_wolves. And let's bring this meeting to an end.